On this episode, we have an exclusive interview with the founder whose project has a floor price that we feel has a strong chance of doubling over the course of the next month. Cody, kick it.
Roll
that
intro.
What's next? What's next? What's next?
What's up, everybody? I'm Shane Salonitri, and welcome to OK What's Next. As always, I'm joined with Nick and Cody Eccleston. How you guys doing today?
Doing great.
What are you, Nick? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Shane.
Feeling antisocial today?
A little bit.
You're the most non-antisocial person I think I know.
I know, it's crazy.
So this is an exciting episode. We have an exclusive interview with a project founder, and normally we have. Let me give a little background to all our viewers out there. So the way that we start, we go into every episode. We have our full pre-production meeting with our full team. We have a full research team where all the topics that we come up with, they get the research, they vet the projects along with us as well. So one of our topics this week was the must-buy NFT of the week. We did the research, we properly vetted the project as always, and the team pretty much came to a unanimous decision that this project was very clearly the must-buy NFT of the week. I said to the team, hey, let's reach out to the founder. Let's see if we can get an interview after we announce the must-buy NFT of the weekend. What do you know? Next thing happens, we get an interview lined up. So the episode switched a little bit. We're going to go over the must-buy NFT of the weekend. Then we're going to dive right into an interview with the founder of this project so we can talk about all the exciting things they have and basically paint the picture even more to you why this project is our must-buy NFT of the week. So, without further ado, it's time for the must-buy NFT of the week.
Must buy NFT of the week.
Absolutely. Wow. All right, boys, the must-buy NFT of the week. We've talked about it very briefly in the past. The Goons of Balatroon. This project is huge. Nick, break it down for us. Why are they the must-buy NFT of the week?
So, Shane, they're a very strong contender. Best must-buy NFT of the week. They've announced that they're releasing their GOB coin. Now, a lot of projects have these GOB coins, but they're doing it in style.
They have their own token. Yep.
Yeah, their own token. I'm sorry. But they're doing it in style.
Okay.
Right? They're having a GOB token launch madness.
Okay.
It's crazy.
What is this?
They have 27 Goon NFTs.
Okay.
200K in GOB tokens. 1,000 bonus packs for their trading card game they're working on. Right? You buy one Goon off of OpenSea, you get one entry into winning all this stuff.
Okay. We all know the Goons of Balatroon they are a very strong project. Whether it's the team, the back-end dev support, the community, everything about it marks all the check marks that we talk about on this show on a weekly basis. They might not be A-list level up there with the World of Women's, the Bored Apes, all that stuff right now, but based on the way they're doing things, there is no doubt in my mind that is the direction they are heading. We all know there is going to be pretty much a collapse in the NFT space. This is one of those products that we can feel very confident that they are going to power through, and they'll be here when all these other 99% of those projects that are just like doing the quick cash grab, when they crash, they burn. There's no doubt in my mind. I'm confident to say, I'll look right to the camera, the Goons of Balatroon is here to stay.
Just a caveat of exactly what you're saying. Just seeing their community is insane. Not only the amount of support that they get, not only from their Discord, but on Twitter and every other space they're on, is just mind-boggling too. So the community is extremely hyped for anything they're doing, and they're always doing something, right? They have their game that they've said, and now they have this GOB coin that they're building out. and they're always innovating, trying to innovate their project and continue it going. And you could definitely see that they're in love with their own project and they're there to stay and help out as much as they can with their project and build it out to something better.
Exactly. It's the little things they do. And so Nick talked about the GOB launch event madness. So I don't know exactly the exact words.
GOB token launch madness.
GOB token launch madness. One of the things that I think is really, really setting the Goons apart, obviously they have a strong team, but you see so many projects that they have their initial mint, they sell out. And then it's sort of like you have to be in their Discord 24/7 to really follow along with the project. They're not super active on social. They're not in your face and reminding you about it and really going out there to build the community more. They're doing it through Discord and all that. The Goons are actively going on social. They're building out they're bringing new people in that weren't the original mint. And that's something I love about this project.
Well, you see, yeah, so the thing that the Goons are doing different is, we see most projects launch their initial project, sell it out, finish the roadmap for whatever they promised. Then they just launch a completely different project and try and persuade the people that bought their original project to buy this one. The Goons are expanding on their initial project to include other people in that initial mint.
Yep.
They started with the NFT, sold it out, started minting the card packs, and they had an incentive for the original holders.
The card packs, and we didn't even really go into that yet. Like, what about the play to earn game they have? The game is, we've seen teasers for it. We've seen a little bit of gameplay. The game is being put together very, very nicely. It's a card trading game where your cards are NFTs. You get packs and all that stuff. But the way they're going about doing it is something that we've seen very briefly in this space with Gods Unchained, obviously Hearthstone, which isn't an NFT game, but there is popularity here, and they are games that people really like to play. And I think the Goons are going to make it so much more fun with their wacky characters and their just the crazy antics that they bring.
No, absolutely. To touch back up on the point that Nick was making, like you said, there have been projects that, they sell out a one, deliver on whatever their roadmap is, and then make a new project. Well, sometimes that could be actually helpful. On some projects, they build out one, then build out a second one, and they combine them in some fashion, which is really good, depending. A lot of those flop, but there are some that actually made. Goons went in a different way, as Nick was saying as well, where it's like, hey, we have one that's successful. We're building out the rest of this roadmap, and it's like, what else can we do with this? And they're extending upon that. They're
finding more things to do.
They're finding more things to do. And this is one thing you don't see from a lot of projects and their creators, where it's like, hey, our project sold out, right? We delivered on the roadmap, and then it gets quiet usually in a lot of the Discords where it's like, all right, what's next? Like, it's sold out. What do you guys, like, what else is there to do? And most projects are like, I don't know, we sold out. We delivered on everything. I guess to move on.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, Goon's like, nah, fuck that. We're going to do more. And that is why I love this project.
A key thing with the reason the Goons of Balatroon is so much better than a lot of projects is because when a project has that major spike and they shoot up to a 1/8 floor price, let's say, they're going to dip at some point. The best type of growth you can see an NFT project make is what the Goons of Balatroon are doing. It is that slow growth over a long period of time that is going to just make a project so strong. And it's how the Goons are growing. And it is largely due to the fact that they have a wildly strong team who is engaged in the community, and they are building trust. Another thing that isn't really being talked about is the fact that the Goons of Balatroon just closed a $2.46 million seed and private sale, which is absolutely huge, because that just shows they are going to be building out this project so much more. I mean, you don't see this happening for projects a lot. And we haven't even talked about the biggest thing, which we are going to dive into this interview and really talk about this. Who wants to be the one to break the news? I'll do it. I'll take it.
They're building a metaverse.
They're calling it the Gooniverse.
The Gooniverse.
The Goons of Balatroon launching a metaverse is honestly so cool, and it is huge. It is very big.
So the thing with this is there are a lot of NFT projects that are attempting to do so, but do they have the money? Do they have the funding? We don't know a lot. This one, I mean, we just saw 2.46 million. Oh, they got the
They
funding.
went through a massive seed round.
Yeah, and it's like
Right.
they have the backing and they have the drive to get this done. I can't wait to see what they provide and do with
The
this.
only thing I want to know is that enough? Is it enough money? I mean, look at all these different projects that are putting out different games and, buying land and making metaverses. You don't know exactly how much it'll cost to do that. If you look at all these huge gaming companies, they spend billions of dollars building out these games. Is only 2.46?
Yep.
Is that enough?
They didn't, but that's what you gotta. That's a question when we talk to the founder. That's a question I think you should ask him, because that's what they raised in funding. That doesn't include everything else that was made from this project. It's over 9,000 NFTs that were sold initially. The floor price is getting up there now. We've seen it steadily rise over the last few weeks, and now that they made the announcement for the metaverse, the Gooniverse that they're building, I truly think we're gonna be looking back 1 month from now and be like, wow, how did no one else see the Goons of Balatroon on the verge of explosion?
I mean, and this wouldn't be the first time either. When they were selling out, the whole project exploded too, with just the sheer amount of excitement around it. I mean, you see that with a lot of different projects, but Goons especially, and it never stopped. I felt like I said,
Just that steady growth.
from their card game to now this GOB coin, it's just steady growth, steady explosions within their community. If you don't have a Goon now, pick yourself up one.
Yeah.
Before the price gets higher, which it guaranteed it's going to look like it's going to be.
It does. It really does look like that. I mean, the GOB coin, we'll go in the interview, we'll go into what it's used for, how it's going to work in the metaverse, all that stuff. But, I mean, hey, this is the must-buy NFT of the week, and there's a reason why. So, I guess the next thing to do is we got to hop on with the founder. I know you got some questions. I got some questions. I'm excited to talk about them because you don't get to speak with the founder, the creator of a project right before things really explode. And I feel like that's what we have the opportunity to do. So I'm very excited for this. Does anyone else have anything to close out on as we wrap up the must-buy NFT of the week?
Buy all their GOB.
Buy all their GOB. Buy all their GOB. La Cour à la Cob. I think that's the only. I don't know anything else in the song. All right, let's go to the interview. We will be right back with the founder of the Goons of Balatroon.
Do you or a loved one suffer from opioid dependency? Well, here at Dynamic 3.0, we recently launched the Jerry Feightner Project.
The Jerry Feightner Project is a collection of 2,574 NFTs, where a portion of all proceeds will go directly to drugfree.org to help fight this epidemic.
Jerry Feightner was a New York City-based artist who tragically lost his life to opioid dependency in 2020.
We're raising money to launch a nationwide billboard campaign with our mission to share the names of the extraordinary people that we lost to this sad epidemic.
The names of your loved ones will be put on billboards relative to the place that they lived.
Head to thejerryfeightnerproject.com to learn more information and nominate the name of a loved one. And we are back with the founder of the Goons of Balatroon. Mark, how you doing today? Thank you for joining. Okay, what's next?
Awesome. Glad to be here, guys.
So
Been
I
looking
explained
forward
to
to this
you.
one.
Yeah, I explained to you earlier. The Goons of Balatroon are our must-buy NFT of the week. Look, we love your project here. Our entire team. Every week we do a very deep round of vetting. We do a lot of research. So don't take that lightly. Being the must-buy NFT of the week is something that we take very seriously, and we don't really give that honor to many projects. So yeah, it just shows a little bit how we feel about your project over here.
It's an honor. Glad to be here, guys. Can't wait.
Yeah, so let's kick
Let's
things
do
off
it.
right away. how did you get into the NFT space, and what made you want to start a project?
Yeah, good one. So started in February 2021. My buddy Evgeny, known as Mr. Z on Discord, who I've known since university almost 10 years ago at this point. We saw things happening in the NFT market. We saw some JPEGs start popping up on Twitter and wondered, hey, that looks cool because we've been in crypto since 2017. We were trading. We're trying to find some niches to make a startup, some kind of business. And this spoke to us greatly because we love art, love design, and the whole concept of having ownership of your assets was mind-blowing to us. So at first, in all honesty, it took a while to adapt to the space because it's not a very common sense thing when you hear for the first time. And a lot of people around us were also a little bit confused. But as the months went on, we found it to be really interesting. So we started our first project called Astro Freaks. It was a very small drop. Did it manually, had no idea what we're doing in terms of minting and OpenSea. It was all new to us. So minted those one at a time, started building up a small niche community of 50 to 100 people. They loved the art. It was our take on pixel characters. And we were rolling along for a couple of months. There was not much utility on it. It was just us experimenting. And then we decided to try our hand at a hash mask alternative, which is called anti-masks, in May. Similar concept, still learning on the go, experimenting, seeing what we can do. And I believe in June, somewhere around middle of June, we felt really mature with our information and built up our tech stack, found our third co-founder, Alex, who helped with business development, and we set forth to create Goons of Balatroon. It was our take on crypto trading, bulls versus bears, and the most important thing for us was utility. So we knew that everything that we'd be doing up to this point was along the lines of the NFT business, but utility was something that was lacking. Lots of projects back then, and we set forth to build out a game, and lots of things happened along the way, and here we are today.
Yeah, no, we see a correlation with like the crypto trading space moving into the NFT space. It's kind of correlation that a lot of people, that's how they get their start, which is crazy. But like we see the craziness of Goons of Balatroon and like everything you guys are doing, and you know kind of how you guys built it out, and you know we're really curious how you got your inspiration for the Goons of Balatroon and like where all your ideas came from.
Yeah, so we were always, I would say, rebels for for our adult life. We always want to do some alternative things, not go with the mainstream, not go with the generic kind of stuff. So we sought forth to do an 18 plus adult vibe in our characters. We wanted to split into multi-factions of almost 5,000 of each of bulls and bears. And coming up with the name was a strange process, some beers in between, maybe a couple of tequila shots as well. And then a couple of weeks later, we just settled on it, and we loved the name. It was really funky, really weird. First people on our Discord that joined early August, they were just blown away by the little snippets of art that we put together. We found an NFT artist, a guy named Ankit, who was really talented and helped portray our vision. We went through many artists, but he was the one that really just nailed it. And they started quite chunky, the bulls and bears. Then they sort of slimmed down, got too skinny, almost anorexic. And we found a middle ground where these like muscular macho guys, and we came up with some crazy traits. And then, we minted in August 19. The rest is history.
I mean, the name is one of those things where the Goons of Balatroon, it's just one of those names that just flows off your tongue. And I mean, everyone that started a business, started an NFT project, goes through that whole naming process. And it's honestly a fun process. And
man, it's tough. It's tough.
It's hard, yeah. You guys hit it. You guys hit on the head, though. You guys have a name that just flows. And that was going to be my next question, but yeah, you answered that for me. So yeah, Nick,
great.
You got a question here?
Yeah. So we see that you went into a little bit of the bears and the bulls and kind of the artwork and a little bit of stuff like that. And we're kind of curious, like from the start, was it bears and bulls, or were there other ideas that you guys had that kind of tossed away over time?
That was the only thing that was like immediate to us. We pretty much settled on that because bull market, bear market, we were trading since 2017. Experienced buying at the top just as everyone else, experienced buying at the bottom, had some good times, and we wanted to express our experiences over the last 4 years, well, 5 now, via these bulls and bears. So that was easy. The name was tough. Took 2 to 3 weeks to come up with that one, but bulls and bears.
Yeah, I can
Common
believe it.
sense to us.
Yeah, now speaking of the Bulls and Bears, I actually got a question for you. So I noticed when I hopped into your guys' Discord a while back, like people were arguing, oh, well, Bears are better than the Bulls. In your opinion, which one do you side with? Which
Oh,
one is your
bears.
favorite?
Oh, bears, for sure. No doubt about it. I'm optimistic in the vision of the project, but generally I'm pessimistic about most things in life just because I wanna surprise myself. I want that expectation to be low and then really, nail it and go from there. So I'm a bear at heart. Every EFP that I have is a bear, so no doubt.
Yeah, I started off as a bull guy in the beginning, and then the my favorite one that I owned was a bull, and then just I'm looking at it and I'm like, wow, you know what? I think I am a bear guy as well. So, yeah, that's great to know. I want to go right into this because this is something that a lot of projects they don't really do. Really, most projects don't do it, and it's something that you guys are doing. So, after initial mint, it's typically you're in the Discord, and that's how you find out about the project. What you guys are doing is you're actively building your community outside of Discord. You are really promoting it for those secondary sales, which a lot of NFT projects don't really do. So I want to talk about this. What are you guys currently doing to promote secondary sales even more?
Yeah, that's one of those things that NFT project founders tackle from the beginning, especially when you have that hype wave and the chart sort of goes up like this and then a nice fall at the end of that. There's a lot of hype and speculation in NFT market. There's no doubt about that. That's why you see lots of rug pulls. You see lots of project founders dipping after a while. It's a high stress job. There's lots of things in motion. People expect a lot really quickly. There's a lot of impatience in the markets just because of the nature of crypto. NFT took that to the next level, 5 to 10x of that impatience. And we knew from the very beginning, coming from a business and tech background, from university and so forth, we knew that community and users are everything. If you neglect them, if you jump projects, jump ship, you ruin that opportunity in your life, set your bad reputation for yourself. And I mean, despite us being we still had that online persona, online reputation. And we did show our faces eventually. This happened actually in April with Vulcan Forge interview, or maybe it was March, but happened not long ago. But in terms of the community, you got to put a lot of power into that. Not being greedy, finding sustainable models of utility, giving lots of interesting concepts, innovating constantly, and sharing your vision. So we do lots of AMAs. We built out a really solid mod team, put a lot of money into the community back. Lots of giveaways over a period of time. We're having this launch madness right now, which I'm sure we'll get into in a bit. And yeah, just the key is to communicate, always be there. You're going to see the founders in Goon Chat, which is our general chat in Discord, pretty much all the time. We try to build those close relationships. And the way we see it is it's better to get a small community that grows 5 to 10 people per week, and then 50 people, and then 100 people, and so forth, instead of getting like 100, 200K of people that are just there for the hype and they're going to drop away. So we're building it slowly, organically, and over a period of time, we're going to establish ourselves as that long-term project, which is already starting to happen now.
That's one of the things we actually talked about in the beginning of the episode. And it's one of the main reasons why you guys are the must-buy NFT of the week, because it is that long-term steady growth. And the team is fully doxed. You guys really do check all those boxes. But for me personally, one of the things that I really love is that long-term steady growth.
Yeah, that's big. That's the most important thing. You got to plan past the bull market, past the bear market, especially now with the markets being a little bit unstable. It's the best time to build, set that foundation right. And then, this is a 5 to 10 year project. We're not looking 6 months. We're looking 5 to 10 years ahead.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's the smartest way to continue to build on the same idea, same project, as opposed to, taking your initial mint and just completely leaving it at that and creating an entirely new project. You're continuously building on the same platform, same project, and keeping that community happy, which is amazing. And it kind of goes into my next question. What do you have planned for like the future of the collection, if you could share kind of insight.
Of course, yeah. We've been pretty transparent with our vision. So we set forth to build a trading card game because the other co-founder, Evgeny, he's an avid Hearthstone player. I was playing Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh from the very beginning. Us being a little bit older now, we've been through all those cycles of games. We've played the shooters, we played everything, but trading card game really spoke to us, and we thought Bulls versus Bears, some funky cards in between. You guys seen the art already. That's one of our strong suits: design, art, expressing ourselves in that way, that adult-oriented vibe. So we are obviously partnered now with Vulcan Forge, who are going to help us build out this 3D metaverse by end of year. We're creating our land concept to have land sales somewhere in the early June, mid-June. And that's actually alpha. First time saying those dates. So you guys have that before everyone else.
There we go.
And and we want to build out something really cool. In parallel to our trading card game, we want to build out a blockchain-oriented, iterative approach kind of land battler game, which is going to incorporate the land into the gameplay, not just have funky JPEGs look really cool and then you get some resources. There's going to be some really complex metadata schemes and a lot of differentiation between those land parcels, and there's going to be some really interesting things happening. And then what we're going to do is once that 3D metaverse is ready, once that land battler is ready, we're going to integrate the two, have the trading card game accessible from within, and create this immersive experience on this land of Balatroon, which is not finalized name, but we're getting there. You know how the naming process is.
Yeah,
we've talked about already. So once we put all those pieces together, which is a pretty long, arduous process, we're going to have the opportunity to build up more games and really set forth this adult-oriented metaverse, which is a niche in the market, but we believe in basically taking advantage of a strong niche rather than being irrelevant in this mass market. So that's why we're going to shy away from metaverse this, metaverse that. We're the Gooniverse, we're Balatroon, Goons. We're going to have a lot of fun. People are loving it so far.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. And I mean, would you say, so you kind of went into the, Evgeny was the Hearthstone player and you were the collecting cards, Pokemon, all that kind of card game stuff. Would you say that was the inspiration behind the game aspect, the card game you guys are working on?
Oh yeah, 100%. Funny thing is, we were playing, particularly me, I was playing trading card games more than 10 years ago and moved on to shooters and MMO RPGs and all that. So I wanted to go back to my roots. Trading card games always spoke to me the most. Evgeny's been playing Hearthstone since it started in 2014. And we just felt most comfortable essentially creating some kind of identity via this trading card game, via the trading cards themselves. There's an opportunity to showcase our art a little bit more, which is, again, I'll say our strong suit. So it just ticked off all the right boxes.
Yeah, that's really cool. And the fact that the game is going to be built into the Gooniverse is going to be really cool because you're kind of having you have two different things that are kind of coming together now, and it's just making it that much cooler. So I want to ask you this: we see other metaverses where they're being built and they are incorporating other projects. Is that something you guys plan? Are other NFT products going to be involved in the Gooniverse?
Yeah, so that's actually something we've already started. For the trading card game, we have an interesting concept in terms of growth. So it's a free-to-play game. Of course, we're opening it up to the mass market, to the Web2 crowd of gamers, which is far bigger than Web3 and blockchain. And then we're giving Goons the opportunity to earn 10x the rewards in-game for those battles compared to the free-to-play players. And then right in between that 1x and 10x, we have the partner program. So we've onboarded certain partners like Monster Buds and Secret Society of Whales, who are big up-and-coming NFT projects in their own right. And we're giving them that multiplier. So we're essentially onboarding via an economic way, not gameplay way. And that's going to carry on forth into our metaverse. It's going to be a similar concept for the Land Battler game. And we're taking one step at a time because we don't want to bring in a lot of users and then have too many complexities. So we've onboarded 2 partners so far. We're going to look for another one in May and another one in June and expand that metaverse going from there for sure. Balatroon and the Bulls and Bears is just one part. We want to nail that down. We want to show that proof of concept that we're able to do it. We delivered the product, and then we're going to expand from there.
So at one point, we can expect to see some whale avatars walking around the Gooniverse?
Oh yeah, they actually already started. Secret Society whales. They started with their pixel body whales, so they're on the right track for that integration for sure.
All right, yeah, that's gonna be exciting. The battle of the bears,
Yeah.
bulls, and whales. But we're kind of curious. The land aspect of the Gooniverse. Are Goon NFT holders the only ones that can purchase, or can anyone come in and purchase land?
We're working on those mechanics right now. Can't say too many details on that because it might change, but definitely Goon holders are going to get dibs on whatever kind of protocol we set forth. And then we'll open it up to the public via some kind of whitelist program to try to get that growth in and have a healthy secondary market. So Goons are always on our mind for sure. They're the foundation of our world. And that's going to be the process. But the technicals will come in the next couple of weeks.
Absolutely.
I don't want to go back too far, but I want to just talk about the Goon 3D avatars in the Gooniverse again, because right now, obviously, you guys have where you could the ability to mint a body for your Goon. What will your Goon look like in the Gooniverse if you have not minted a body yet?
Have you guys checked the Goon Factory before you have any traits? Have you seen the body?
Yes.
A guy in his underwear?
Yeah, of
So
course.
pretty much
We'll pull a picture up and put it on the screen right now, just so all the viewers can check it out. So pretty much a body in the whitey tighties.
Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of semi-naked goons walking around, and if you want clothes, you got to get them.
All right, very similar to
One
Nick.
of the use
Very
cases for
similar
the
to Nick
Gopto.
when we're not filming in the office.
Yeah, pretty much. I like to be.
We're trying to have fun here, We're trying to have fun. We don't want to take it too seriously. There's a lot of seriousness in these prices going up and down and all that. We want to wrap it around a fun world where people are actually enjoying themselves. Fun first, play turn second. We think that's more sustainable.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's the smart way, just keeping everybody happy is honestly the real way to be successful in this space. But I kind of want to change gears just a little bit, and the GOB token you guys are working on currently, and you're releasing pretty soon. Is it primarily going to be used in the card game? Will it have any effect in the Gooniverse itself? Can you kind of walk us through the idea behind that?
Yeah, so right now the Goons NFTs are the foundation of our world. They're the first NFTs that we set forth in this project, and everything revolves around them. But to expand out of that to be bigger than just Goons, we have the GOB token. GOB token is going to become the new foundation of everything, and we're going to build on top of that. So for the trading card game, you're going to earn GOB via the battles themselves. Depending on the kind of ranks you are, you're going to earn different amounts of those tokens. And then you can use them for leasing out characters. If you don't want to go ahead and purchase a Goon right away, you want to start small and expand from there, especially for the free-to-play players who are going to come in and try to experience it for a week or two before they want to make that purchase. There's obviously a lot more things you're going to be able to do in terms of buying land and expanding with customizable things like card backs and skins and all those things that have made games successful in the last 10, 15 years, right? There's millions of dollars, I could say even billions of dollars being spent on skins and all that. And it goes into the pockets of these game studios. Why not put into the pockets of the token holders? It makes a lot more sense. It's a true blockchain, everyone together in this community-oriented mentality. And that's what the GOP token is going to be. It's going to be that opportunity for you to have a piece of a world. And there are other projects, of course. You've seen ApeCoin with their land and other side that are doing something similar. We're adult-oriented. We're going to have a lot more fun. It's going to be funky. And there's going to be so many cool things that people are going to be able to buy, things like merch and all that. Basically, anything that you can imagine in a metaverse with Goons doing crazy things, as you can see from our art, GOP tokens in the center of that.
That's amazing. I mean, right now we have the GOB token launch madness going on. I know you talked about it a little bit earlier, so I just want to dive into that. We explained it earlier in the episode, but if you just want to give a quick explanation of it right now, that would be great.
Yeah, so we don't have an exact date for the GOB token launch. There are a few factors we're waiting on. We're trying to secure another big launch pad that's going to give us a much bigger exposure than we have right now. So that's in the works. A few other things that I can't really touch upon because they're not certain. But we're looking for, mid-May, third week of May, something around that. we decided what better way to launch the token than to give more exposure back to Goons, especially in this being an NFT bear market. There's actually been some statistics lately showing that volumes are going down, approaching to like 90% down from peaks and all that. But Goons are holding steady, right? We actually grew in the last month. We're growing month over month. So we're starting to segregate from that market direction and be our own entity, being this gaming metaverse. And gaming, as you know, lives through all the cycles. People are going to play Call of Duty in 2008. They're going to play Call of Duty in 2023. No difference. You got to have fun, right? So we decided to put in 27 Goons, 200,000 tokens worth of GOB, and we're also committing $100,000 from the funding that we got into the floor buybacks. It's a controversial topic when a team does buybacks, but this is actually for strategic reasons, because the protocols that we're going to set forth in June, staking and other things that are going to be related to land, we're going to need more prizes. We're going to need more things to give back, and we're running low on the supply of Goons. So we need to buy them back. We have no choice. So we're putting forth 100,000. That's not something many communities do. That's money that could have went into our pockets, but we decided no, we need to grow this community. We need to really make it big and talk about that in the future. That's why the vesting for the team to get those tokens is years down the line. And ultimately, there's 4 rounds. It's really simple. You buy a Goon, you get into an opportunity, being that a raffle ticket, to win either Goon prize or GOB tokens or both. You can get redrawn every round. And then we're going to have grand prizes of 100,000 GOB tokens going to one individual, which is going to be massive considering that it has so much room for growth. And when those rounds are over, we're going to launch a token essentially. So it's like this big hype launch to get people excited, and then we're going to go and maintain that hype into the token life.
Yeah, I mean, that is, yeah, it's very exciting. The thing that really does stand out to me is the outside of the whole launch, man, that's the $100,000 that's going towards buybacks. You mentioned that is money that could have gone into your pocket. So it really does show the foundations of your team that you guys are doing this. And I do get how people can consider this a controversial type of thing, but the fact that you guys are running low on the prizes makes complete sense. And something that we can't forget is these people that are having their NFTs bought pretty much from the floor, they're not probably typically your prime community members. A lot of times they bought early on, they kind of faded out a little bit. So you're buying it from them and pretty much giving it back to your strongest members, rewarding them, which is just a huge community builder.
Yeah, we're establishing those diamond hands. I mean, you guys know paper hands, diamond hands, those concepts in crypto and NFTs. So we have a lot of really strong, loyal supporters, and there's still some people that are sort of trying to ride the wagon, ride that train via hype and whatnot, bounce around. But that's no matter to us. We're looking long term. We don't care what's happening right now. We want to take those prizes and put into the hands of those diamond holders, like you said, the ones that believe in our vision and want to stick around for quite some time. Because we're going nowhere. As you can see, we do a lot of giveaways and buybacks and all that kind of stuff. And like I said in this tweet thread I wrote last week, we're not looking for Lambos. We're still driving our Corollas, mighty proud. And we're going to be doing that all the way until this project becomes successful. Because as you know, a startup takes around 5 years to build. Okay, that's our timeline here, 5 to 10 years. We're not looking short term.
So I want to wrap this interview up with one final question. We covered pretty much everything throughout this interview, but just give me a short 30-second take. What sets the Goons of Balatroon apart from every other product out there?
Utility, funkiness, wacky characters, art. You get into that world, you see the drawings, you see the landscapes, you see the land that we're going to put forth soon, and walking around in those tidy whities and getting skins, getting characters, this immersive experience of crazy, funky art. It's something that draws people, and they're bound to stay. And then you slap a Web3 play turn layer on top, it's a home run.
Perfect. Hit it on the head. Mark, thank you for joining us. This was a great interview. I can tell you, we are very excited. There is a whole lot of excitement running through this room right now, and it was great talking to you. We'll talk soon.
Pleasure to be on here, guys. Thanks a lot. Take care.
Guys, it's a good interview.
It was.
That was, I mean, there's something about when you talk to the founder of a project that the level of knowledge there, and just you could pretty much see through any type of smoke and mirrors and just be like, yeah, they're genuine. This is a legit project. And I mean, Mark got that. The Goons of Balatroon, they're a strong project.
It's the project itself. It's not even just Mark. It's it's
all three of their founders. All three of their founders.
They hit every single thing that they needed to do. They did. You know what I mean? It's like they built the project out exactly the way they wanted to. They didn't have any restriction. They just said, this is who we are, and this is what we're doing.
He talked about it a little bit too. Cody, you want to say something?
Yeah, no, I want to chime in with just the fact that you could tell that they're so passionate about their project. And we've said that time and time again, for the creators that make these projects to be all about the community, right? It's not about themselves. Like you said, they're putting $100,000 back into buying them up and just to give them away back to the community to build it, because their idea is their whole community is what made them, them, right? They helped bring it up. They bought into it. And that's what they're focusing on. And that's what I love to see with more and more projects. Those are the projects you definitely want to invest in.
Yeah.
I've been saying it. Look,
true.
I've been saying it all episode. The way, they're doing it perfectly. They're not building one project, selling it out, and then saying, hey, guys, this project's pretty much done, but you should check out our new project and buy into that. No, they're not doing that. They're taking their original idea and they're building and building and
elaborating
building, and that's the what you want when you are bought into a project. That is what you want.
You want to know what I love the most about this whole thing, and the thing that really just hit it for me, and this I said in the beginning of the episode, and Mark said it as well. They don't care about that sharp growth that first week. That's just, when that happens for a product, it's all hype. And it always comes down. We see it with projects every single day. The Goons of Balatroon, their growth was just so steady.
Yeah.
Just a steady increase where even once the NFT market is in a bear market, like what we are right now, no pun intended, talking about the Bulls and the Bears. We're in a bear market. The Goons of Balatroon are still steadily growing. And that's what you want to see. You want to see a product that's just has that steady growth, and it comes from the founders. It comes from very talented founders that know what their plan was. They knew their plan a year ago. They executed, and they got the job done.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, if they ever do start a new project, they got the Bulls and the Bears now. I wonder if they're going to have the Birds and the Bees. Who knows? Who knows?
I mean,
it's one of those things that it's like, this project, you bought into this project when we first got introduced to this project. They weren't even sold out yet.
It was like day 2. I found them 2 days before mint. And I've told this story before. We were literally in upstate New York on a trip, very, very limited Wi-Fi connection. And the Wi-Fi that we did had, I was sketched out as can be, trying to do some transactions through it because I was losing connection pretty much every 15 seconds. But it went through. I got my NFTs. I got mine up on the wall. And yeah, the Goons of Balatroon are rolling.
Yeah, they are. The Goons of Balatroon might be one of these driving forces.
And let me just put this out there. Me owning a Goons of Balatroon, owning some of them, that has absolutely no relevance at all on them being our must-buy NFT of the week. I do have some pull in what that decision is. But we have a full team that talks about this. Cody and Nick are involved in that process as well. But our research team goes through all the projects. They present them to us. They tell us, hey, these are some of the candidates. What do you like about them? And we have a very active discussion on this. So yes, it just happens. This one, I am an original holder, but that has no bearing on it. No pun intended. So Yeah, guys, this is I think this kind of wraps up our episode. It you got something to say?
Okay, what's next?
No. We're not doing it just yet. You're holding your mic like this. I'm thinking.
No, I was just moving because it was shaking.
I was thinking that you wanted to say something because you looked at me. I see in the corner of my eye over there. Yeah, guys, this is a good episode. I love talking about good, strong projects, and I think this is just another one that we can add to our resume. Hey, if you weren't sold already, check out the Goons of Balatroon. Look at the OpenSea. Go to their website. Just when you get to their website, the overall look of it it's really good. It's honestly better than a lot of these like A-tier projects that everyone thinks like, oh, that is the best product out there. Like the Goons are right back up there. Maybe their floor price isn't quite there yet, but their branding and everything about them is just as strong, if not stronger, than some of these top projects.
I have a bold statement I want to make.
Say it.
Bold statement.
Say your bold statement.
I'm going to be completely honest. I think the Goons of Balatroon are way better than Bored Ape.
Whoa.
I'm going to be honest. It's completely honest. What does Bored Ape have to offer more than the Goons? A high floor price?
I mean,
Like
it's a bold statement, but I kind of agree. I'm one that hasn't really been huge on the Bored Ape Yacht Club because it's highly built on hype, I always felt. But the other side, Metaverse, that trailer was wild. When, first of all, the song that they picked, I don't even know the name of the song, but it's like The Other Side. Is that the name of the song? We can't even put it up for copyright purposes right now, but the song that matches up with the trailer and the name of the whole thing, it's like, oh, that's how that song goes. It's like, "Dun-dun-dun, to the other side, come on out to the other side." I'm pretty sure it was in Guitar Hero. You don't know what song I'm talking about?
I know what song you're talking about, but get to the point.
The trailer was just so spot on, and at the end, when don't laugh like this. When we see the spaceship, the door opens up, and you see all the other NFT projects in there. Kind of got chills a little bit. That's cool, but again, it's a really good trailer. We obviously all know the issues that occurred with their land sale for the other side, the Yuga Labs. Pretty much blamed it on Ethereum, which I don't think anyone was a fan of that. We'll go into that in the next episode. But it's a bold take.
It is a bold take, but it's my take, and I'm sticking with it.
All right. Nick's take. We are not going to forget this. Nick's bold take.
Bold take. 5 years from now, 5-year bold prediction. Goons of Balatroon is going to be worth more than Bored Ape Yacht Club. You heard it here today, folks.
That is just the boldest. That is just so bold. I'm not making that take. I would love that. Nick, hey, you got your own opinion. I love the Goons of Balatroon. Bored Ape is arguably the biggest project. If the Goons of Balatroon get there, they're on the path to getting there. There's no doubt in my mind. There is no doubt in my mind they are on that path.
We can't be the only ones that don't like I don't want to say don't like, but that are done with the hype of Bored Ape Yacht Club.
Yeah.
We can't be the only ones.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. All right, guys. Hey, another good episode in the books. I know we didn't cover many topics, but we really just focused on our must-buy NFT of the week because it was a situation where we got that interview and it was very exciting. They had some cool stuff. They announced the launch date of some big things.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Hey, good episode. Only thing left to say now, who wants it, who wants it, who wants it?
Okay, what's next?
What's next? What's next? What's next?
If you enjoyed the content in this episode, make sure to check out our entire channel. Check out our socials. Check out our streams. We're talking about good stuff all day. Follow, like, subscribe. We'll talk to you guys next time.